What's up, homies? Welcome to another comic book review from your boys at Heroes Reforged. What the fuck's up? Here we are in the house. Nobody watches these. Listen, today we're talking about the Astounding Wolfman Volume 2.
Let's just get right into it.
Let's get right into it.
We're done.
Real talk. Let's get right into it. We have been having so much fun reading the Invincible series, and I joked about nobody watching these, but we really do appreciate every single person who has been reading along with us.
Yeah.
Keeping the conversation going in the Discord. If you're not doing that, check out our Discord. Come and join us there. Like we said in last week's episode, most, if not all, of these comics are available on Hoopla, which is a free-to-read app. It's a service, it's a website that you just need a library card to be able to access it and then to borrow and check out comics and stuff. So this has been quite a journey. And this volume, The Astounding Wolfman Volume 2, is something I've never read before. Adam's never read it. Augustine's never read it. Last week, we read the tie-in crossover with Invincible. So now we kind of get a little bit more context. Let's jump in. Adam, overall thoughts, The Astounding Wolfman Volume 2.
I mean, I think it was really nice to have that context to when we meet the Astounding Wolfman in issue 57 of Invincible. And it was a little bit more of the same. We got some new stuff, definitely. We got to see him doing a different type of training montage. We got to see him overcome, him constantly changing back to his human form to try to accelerate his healing. But I would say overall, it was fine. It was fine. There was nothing in the book that was so mind-blowing and so life-changing and so deeply rooted into the Invincible story other than the actual crossover issue itself. But I've liked this character. I really have liked the concept and liked the idea. I do wish that we would progress maybe a little bit farther into the story, deeper into the story. Right now, I feel like it's just kind of a cat and mouse game where they're chasing him. They're trying to, find him and bring him in and all this sort of stuff. And he's constantly running and he's like, I'm innocent. I didn't do it. I do think it is interesting that the daughter went and tried to and recruited Zachariah to basically hunt her father down. So
great moment.
Yeah, there were some things about the book I really liked, those moments. The rest of it kind of felt it's kind of more of the same. We've already kind of dealt with a lot of this, but overall, I thought it was still a pretty enjoyable read, and it is short, so it's a very quick read. I don't know, I feel like you can easily do it in 45 minutes, if not less.
Did you reread the Invincible issues, or did you just skim them? Because they're pretty fresh for me. So I just basically was like, okay, got it. Now we're here. I never lick my finger when I turn a page. I don't know why I did that. That's the weirdest thing.
I didn't lick mine either.
But
I basically just skim through it just to quickly get a refresher of okay, I know exactly what happened. Cool. And then moved on to the last issue.
The one cool thing about revisiting that section was Cecil was next to this character named Agent Hunter. We didn't know anything about when we read Invincible, and then reading this, it's oh, this dude is Agent Invincible. This dude can heal from any wound and be killed and come back to life. I'm that's pretty cool. Anyway, Augustine, I think I mostly agree with you, Adam, for your overall thoughts. Augustine, first time reading it, bouncing back and forth between the Invincible line and then the sort of outside bigger universe. What'd you think? Astounding Wolfman, Volume 2.
I felt like there's a lot of cool ideas that didn't really pay off very well. I love the design of the elder wolf or whatever. What was that race called?
Did we get his name? I couldn't recall.
No, we never got his name, but we got the type of wolf that he is. Remember, there was elder something or something like that. I love the design of that character. Aeons ago. I like that they're trying to set up Ezekiel as he used to be a superhero. He was fighting for a good cause back in the day, but he lost his way like vampires tend to do. What's that, Hector?
This is the sketchbook section that doesn't give us a name, but says the Elder. This is
the
Robert
Elder,
Kirkman talking about, here's the designs for the Elder, which I also thought were really cool. But yeah, Zachariah being an golden age superhero.
He called himself the first superhero, which, I get it. It's cool to maybe set up something like this. But this whole arc lacked that punch. I don't feel like it ended well because it ended kind of on a soft cliffhanger almost.
Mid-season finale.
A mid-season finale. I feel like it would have been stronger if it ended with his daughter going up to Ezekiel and asking, I need to kill my father. That would have been a crazy ending. But instead, we kind of still went into the story and we're just okay, cool. You clearly, have a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of like that climax, kind of declined a little bit. So I feel like there was a lot of good ideas, but moving forward, I don't feel like I need to read any more Wolfman because I feel like it's kind of fizzled out a little bit, but I could be wrong,
Yeah, and that
Volume 3 could be killer.
And that sucks because I feel like the first volume was so strong, and I read it and I was like, this is right on my alley. This is horror. This is universal monster stuff. Like I really, really was invested in it. But I agree, in this one, it just kind of felt a little bit too much of the same. And I think they're really trying to, I don't know if they're really trying, but they really want us to be empathetic and feel bad for the daughter, maybe, and or be like, no, you like, you don't understand the whole story, you don't see the whole picture. But I feel like I also am not spending enough time with her to like understand her as a character. She's just kind of like angsty, angry teen, and it's not enough for me to really be like care, which sucks because I thought it was like a very big moment at the end of the first volume when she sees her father holding her mother's body. But I agree, I thought it was a little bit of a lackluster kind of like ending, but who knows how it gets resolved.
It's not bad. It's just it didn't have that punch for me that all the even like the majorly graphic gory scenes, I'm like, that's cool, and that's a nod back to all the Invincible stuff, but it didn't hit the same. Like it's just
like when Elder
was just something lacking.
When Elder
the
punched through Wolfman,
Invincible, and punched through Wolfman, and like
we've been there, done that, baby.
we've seen that. Like, come on, man.
I think I agree with what you're saying, Augustine. I'm also feeling like I'm hoping that Volume 3 has a lot meatier stuff in it, and I know that it only goes to Volume 4. No pun intended. And the interesting thing is that like there was a little bit of a reading distance between Volume 1 and Volume 2. Like we read some other stuff in between. Like we spent some time with Invincible, and I feel like the same is going to be true with. It's going to take us a minute to get to 3, I think. To get to Volume 3, I'm looking at my Invincible shelf. I'm like, where does it go in the timeline? So it's an interesting, like, we kind of like as his story continues, we're sort of jumping into, check in with him, and then who knows what's going to happen in the progression of time. Like I hope that the next time we see Volume 3, that like there's some drastic status quo changes to the character, because I mean he gets captured by Agent Hunter maybe. So I'm looking forward to it, but this one, did not have that same sort of bite. Seriously, no pun intended. I'm not meaning to.
I think you are.
And the last thing I'll say.
Ready for Halloween.
The last thing I'll say is maybe my favorite part of the book was when we saw Damien Darkblood again.
Yeah,
I was like, shit! We haven't seen this guy since like early Invincible, and now I hear the voice of Clancy Brown from the show. That great like. It's good for the good that you came to me, and I'll help you.
I actually chopped up the English instead of reading it properly. My brain chopped up the English because Damien Darkblood in the comic doesn't speak English very well. I'm sorry, in the show he doesn't speak English very well. So
that's right.
I did that in my head.
Is that the first time we've seen Damien Darkblood?
I think
in like
since he
basically like disappeared.
Since he didn't, well, no, because in the comic books he doesn't disappear like he does in the show.
What happens to him? But like he like
so
he's
in
gone.
In the comic, they stopped showing him because he went up to Cecil's agency and was like, "I figured out who killed the Guardians of the Globe," and they're like, "Yeah, bro, we figured it out weeks ago." Like, come on, and then that's kind of the last time we saw him.
Okay,
that
was it.
I was like trying to remember because I'm like I remember in the show he like gets sent back to hell basically. But in the comic book I could not remember. I was like, did he just like
they
fizzled out?
I think they kind of redeemed him in the show a little bit, because in the comic book he was kind of a jokey. Like they're making fun of Rorschach from Watchmen. They're making fun of like Etrigan or like Blue Devil or any of these kind of weird supernatural off kilter like detective characters, and they made the joke about like, wouldn't it be funny if he thought he went and figured out it was Omni-Man, but like just because he doesn't watch TV, like didn't see the whole thing. So when I saw him in this, I went, I wonder if Robert Kirkman's trying to redeem him in this series. And I liked the twist that at first I did think like that she was going to look for her Wolfman father, but then it ended up being Zachariah. And I was like, oh, okay, Damien did it. He did what he said he was going to do. He was like, I'm sure he's in there. Go in there. That's the building. So overall, I think we're all in agreement. Like the read was fine. The story was fine. Some definitely cool moments, some maybe not so great moments, but looking forward to volume 3. And I got some good news, boys and girls.
Uh-oh.
And our non-binary friends. Guess what's up next, baby? We jumping back into Invincible with volume 12.
Yes.
Volume 12. Still standing. To quote Elton John, still standing, baby.
Adam, look who that person is in the middle. Do you recognize that person shaded in red?
What?
I recognize them from the show, I think.
Maybe.
You remember that character? You remember that character?
Yeah, we did freak out. Yeah, we did freak out. This is gonna be nuts, and I can't wait to reread this because I think some of my favorite stuff in the entire Invincible series happens in this volume, baby. So if you're not reading along with us, then go fuck yourself. Go read Invincible Volume 12. Go read it on Comixology.
Unsubscribe. I don't care.
Unsubscribe to every other channel. But let us know in the comments below how you've been enjoying the read so far, how you felt about Astounding Wolfman Volume 2, what you're looking forward to in Volume 3, and then tell us, I guess wait till next week. We put out the video because I cannot wait to talk about Volume 12 of Invincible. Keep the conversation going in the Discord, like we said. Hit up our Patreon in case you haven't yet. We've got all of the uncut reactions to every episode of Invincible, the animated series, as well as look forward to a comic book Loki video that we got coming soon. So stay tuned for that. So hopefully we're going to get some more comic book stuff coming y'all's way. And let us know if you like this. I mean, we're going to finish Invincible, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen after that. So until next time, guys, see you. Bye. Keep reading. Bye.